What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 9, The Reunion, Part 4. So first of all, you guys, let me just say I'm gonna bring it down because I already feel the need to start screaming. Y'all know I just had a large coffee. I put a little extra on it, you guys, today. And yeah, I'm gonna try it, because then I'm gonna get to screaming and then y'all gonna be complaining I'm too loud and all of that. So I'm gonna make sure that I keep myself in check. I got my notes. I'm ready for you motherfuckers today. So let's get to it. Let's talk about the lies, the lies, the lies. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta was exactly what we needed last night. We needed 4 fucking episodes to get to the meat, but okay. And we remember that Portia dropped the bomb last week that she was served a cease and desist. So, from now on, she's just going to let Phaedra give the information because she's the one that gave her all of that information. And you guys remember Candy was just like, what? You said that? So once everybody got over the shock and awe that yes, it was Phaedra who was responsible for putting out all of this false information about Candy in the sex dungeon and whatnot, that goddamn Phaedra sat there just stone-faced as the motherfucker. I was like, bitch, you ain't gonna move, are you? She just kept on saying she did not make it up, that she heard it from somebody, and that she just repeated it. And I was like, well, of course, okay? She's told the truth. She heard it from Carlos King, or at the very least, they were in cahoots with each other. That's what came out after this reunion. But she couldn't very well say that Carlos King was the one that told her that, considering she's sitting up there on the damn stage and he's one of the producers. Now it's time for Phaedra to go through all of the shit that Portia has pretty much gone through the entire season 9. Got that ass on the hot seat now. But let's talk about Portia for a minute. I had been told you guys that I felt like somewhere along the season, Portia might have realized that this story wasn't making much sense and that it was a lie, had been made up, that she was being fed this, but she had been caped so hard for Phaedra and she had been took it so to a place where she could not really come back from. She dug the hole too deep. She accused Candy of all this shit and she couldn't take it back now, okay, without her looking like, she was crazy and for more people to say that she was stupid and everything. So she had to ride the shit on out. It was really nowhere for her to go but forward. She even strained and could have possibly ruined the relationship that she and Shamia had, all on Phaedra's bullshit. So she rolled it out all of season 9, okay, but she knew that the reunion was coming. And y'all know what happens at the reunions, right? I was saying all season long, wait till Candy finds out that Phaedra was the one that had said that she was fucking Shamia. Okay, we didn't even know that Phaedra was feeding Portia all this other bullshit, okay? We just thought it was coming from the streets. So all we had on Phaedra was the Shamia shit, and we was waiting for that to come out, okay? But Portia knew. And Portia bit her tongue all fucking season. She carried the heat all fucking season. She didn't say anything all fucking season because she knew that when she got her ass at this reunion, that she was going to carry the farce on a little bit longer, and then she was going to wait for the perfect time to drop the bomb. And what a perfect time it was, okay? Because Phaedra was just sitting there letting her take it. We was getting more and more increasingly frustrated with Portia. But when she said what she said, that Phaedra couldn't say nothing. That bitch, we done sat through a fucking 6 hours of damn reunion. That's what the shit feel like. I'm sure they sat there a long time all day. And you ain't saying shit about what you done told this damn Portia. And she ain't trying to come up off of it. All she kept on saying was, I repeated what I heard. I didn't make it up. I repeated what I heard. And yes, Portia was putting on a whole act. Okay, the whole distressed white woman. Oh my God, Phaedra, what are you talking about? She told you. You said that she told you, right? Why are you doing this? I said. I guess Portia. And Portia wasn't lying because Phaedra did tell her this. But I do think that Portia realized that Phaedra was lying to her at some point. And everybody was asking like, well, why would you go so hard for Phaedra, throw Candy under the bus when really you and Candy were closer than you and Phaedra were, at the time that all this shit started to go down. And I thought about that and I was thinking to myself, I was like, well, the only reason that I can really come up with is that Portia probably was upset with Candy for spilling the beans on their little tryst that happened some years ago. Okay, remember they had agreed that they were never going to talk about it, and some years had passed and they hadn't talked about it. But now this season, Not quite sure how it came up. I don't even remember. But it might have been some insinuation until Kandi finally blew that shit out the water and just said the whole thing about her wanting to eat her pussy till she got her face in the place, bitch. Face in the place. But I was just like, maybe she was upset that Kandi put that out there, and then that's when she decided to roll with the story that Phaedra was going with. So now she was just like, fuck it, you done said what you said, now I'm going full steam ahead. So bitch, now we at the reunion, and oh, what a difference a reunion makes. You know, Portia's up there crying, she's upset, you know, all shaky and shit, and we ain't seen none tear. But the little shit that she tried to squeeze out, bitch, those was tears of relief, not remorse. It was finally time for her to get the shit off of her shoulders and place it squarely on the person that was responsible for it, as far as she was concerned. Now, Kandi's emotions were 100% real, because Kandi is the one that stands to lose the most in all of this. Bitch, you guys know how I feel about my businesses, about my brand, about my money. You guys know I don't drink, I don't do drugs, none of that shit, okay? Everybody up here knows it, and we have heard Kandi say that plenty of times. So for you guys to get up here and say some shit about me doing drugs, Phaedra, you of all people should know that that ain't some shit that you play with. Like, this is something totally different. It's different when we start to throw shade and everything, but you trying to say you guys accuse me of being a fucking rapist. Ooh, that Kandi is mad at you guys. Charlie emotions had to took over. Portia Ray, she didn't know what to do with her fucking self either. You know, she got to crying and Portia got to crying. Boy, we is all real emotional right now. Maybe we need to bring it down. Okay, so everybody get to storming off the goddamn stage. Todd is trying to calm Kandi down. You know, she just, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna punch one of them bitches in their face. It's all right, Kandi. We see Sheree and Cynthia, you know, they both was like, we ain't never seen no shit like this before. What the fuck is going on? Okay, Kenya backstage, on the couch, talking to somebody on the phone. I assume it's that Brandon guy, maybe. And, you know, she's just talking about everybody lying and everything. I was just like, Kenya, shut up. I mean, of course, I don't expect Kenya to let a moment like this pass, because she can't stand Phaedra and she can't stand Portia. But still, it's just like, girl, you ain't got nothing to do with this. You know, the whole time that shit was going down out there on stage, she throwing in her little moments, and, you know, they was like, shut up, bitch. Ain't nobody talking to you. And then pretty much from then on, they was ignoring her. I thought that shit was funny. Okay, but she was steadily over there just chiming in. You know, Kandi asked Andy, how did he feel about it? And he was like, feel about what? And she was like, feel about what? What just happened out there? And he was just like, I can't believe it either. Okay, so everybody is just incredulous. They can't believe this shit just went down. We see Portia. Okay, again, distressed white woman, you know, I'm just sitting down, head shaking and whatnot. I said, bitch, you must have really took some acting for this. Shamia comes in and she was just like, look, I know that I'm the last person that you want to see right now, but you have just got to learn how to not let people take advantage of you. And she was just like, Shamia, just be here. Just be present. Just be present. I need to see my sister. And so they get her sister there, and even the sister, I have to say, I feel like the sister's reaction was genuine. Because when Portia told her what it was, you know, the sister was just like, you're kidding. Okay, I honestly and truly feel like Portia kept this little antic, this little shit that she was gonna do solely to herself, and was just hoping for the right moment to bust that shit out on y'all motherfuckers, okay? The shit worked out 100% the way she wanted it to. Okay, now what I did not realize, though, is I wasn't expecting Phaedra to come back there and apologize to her, basically validating the shit that Portia was doing up there. All right, I'm sorry. That's all she kept saying, because originally when they first started up with this mess on the damn stage, I felt like maybe they had come up with something together, because it was so orchestrated. But I'm sorry, I really feel like even Phaedra didn't realize it, that Portia realized that she was being lied to. Okay, y'all can say everything about Portia being stupid and dumb and all of that, but I told you that bitch got some street smart. She might not be the smartest in the books, but she knows how to turn a situation in her favor. She just kept on saying, I'm sorry, you know. And Portia was just like, bitch, you just told me this shit. You just said it a couple of days ago. Yeah, that worked in Portia's favor too. She ain't even got to go back and say that was when it happened back then. Okay, you just told me this shit not too long ago, bitch. I honestly feel like we got to let Portia have her moment. Because Portia outsmarted every damn body. And half of y'all out there believe, you know, that Portia just stupid and that she got used. Portia knew what the fuck she was doing. You got to give her a little clap that you did that. We get everybody calmed down and get them back out on stage, okay? That fucking Phaedra is cool as a goddamn cucumber. This bitch ain't got no makeup out of place, hair out of place, eyelashes still on, smoky look still on deck. And damn Candy and Portia come back out there and honey, they fucking makeup is all gone. You know, Candy ain't got her glitter. You know, Portia's contour and shit is too light. And we sit it on back down. So Andy was just like, what do you have to say, Phaedra? And Phaedra was just like, well, like I said, I didn't make it up. I just repeated what I heard. Well, you ain't got shit else to say. Well, what you want me to say? Shit, I'm sorry. So you don't find it, you don't see that there's a problem here. And she was just like, I wasn't really trying to do anything to Candy. Cynthia was like, now listen, now Cynthia's a grown ass woman, okay? Cynthia's with the shits and giggles, but now this, you done took it too fucking far. You cannot tell me that you believed that Candy would drug this girl. I mean, why would you say something like that? That's different than us just throwing shade at each other. Now you talking about something on a whole nother level. Okay, Phaedra. Yeah, I just, you know. What could Phaedra do? That man just sat there like, She'll look over at Portia and then she'll look back over at this Andy. It's like, ooh, Phaedra girl, you was in the hot seat. So we give Portia her moment. Do you feel like you was set up? Yes. Do you feel like you was a pawn? Yes. Do you feel like she used you? Yes. That's when Portia, you know, she takes this moment. All of a sudden, she done had this big turnaround. You know, I'm never gonna lie on Candy. You know, I had repeated what I said just because I heard what I said, but I didn't. I was just like, now, first of all, we're gonna try to give you this pass this one time. I'm trying to work with you, but you didn't have to say that shit either, Portia. Now, you know good and damn well that being around Candy like that shit wasn't going down exactly like that. So you could have put an end to this shit a long time before you dug that hole so deep. So we ain't gonna, this speech is overkill. But still, she says, you know, so I just want to apologize because I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want no negativity, you know, to Kenya, to Cynthia. I apologize because that's not how I am and I don't lie on nobody. But y'all saw how that voice got deep now. Don't lie to me, Phaedra. You just told me that she did that. You said that she said that to you. Okay, so it was definitely an act, but it was a whole bunch. I was just like, girl, stop it while you ahead. We don't need all of this. She wants to wipe the slate clean. I don't know if I'm really ready for this slate to be clean, at least between her and Candy. This was a lot of shit that happened. But when you kind of listen to Candy, I feel like she's leaning towards a maybe work it out with Portia because, you know, like I said, everybody think Portia's stupid and that she was just used in this whole thing. And that Phaedra is real conniving and really she's the one behind all of this shit. So Candy was just like, I don't really know what to think about her. I'm not sure if she believes what she was saying or if she was just trying to cut me deep. So then we get on Johnny. This whole lawsuit, $168,000 damn dollars from overtime wages unpaid. Candy was just like, it's some bullshit. The motherfucker worked for me all that damn time. I paid him what we agreed that we was gonna get paid for. I even gave the nigga a fucking a bonus at the end of the year. And then he gonna turn around almost a fucking year later and talk about he didn't get paid for some shit and then got the nerve to say I stole the OLG concept. How am I gonna steal some shit about my own damn aunties and my mama? We talked to Phaedra. How do you feel about that? And she was just like, well, he asked me to go, so that's why I went. Okay, I'm a lawyer. That's what I do. And Andy was like, but you had to know that we was gonna see it on TV. It was not gonna look cool. Candy was just like, you know, she just determined to make me look bad. Like, what if I would have came on here on the show and brought that girl, what's that girl name? You know the name of the book that she wrote about Phaedra. What if I brought her on? You know, she came and brought that book to me and wanted me to say something, and I was just like, get that book away from me. But what if I did do that? Then I would be the wrong person. They were like, would you feel bad if Candy did that? No, I wouldn't. It was just like, bitch. Now you ain't gonna fucking sit up here and try our damn intelligence the whole goddamn show. You know good damn well you would have been upset if she did some shit like that. From what I understand, this book is very not positive for Phaedra. And Phaedra was just like, well, she couldn't bring the book on anyway because I won the lawsuit and, you know, the book can't be sold. Candy was like, the book is out there, honey. The book is out there. Look that shit up. Side note, evidently Miss Angela Stanton just happened to show up at OLG last night for their watching party. And, you know, Candy said it wasn't planned. I was like, okay. If you say so, Candy. But she did announce her book and it's on Amazon. So it might not be in Barnes and Nobles, but that shit is still out there in rotation, in circulation. And I bet you Miss Angela Stanton got a good little boost in sales last night because it was promotion without being promoted. Okay, y'all talked about it enough that people want to go and see what the fuck this book is about. So it was sort of a get back on her on that one. But Candy was just like, fuck her and fuck Johnny. I'm suing his ass. You know, this is in constant this is we in court about this shit right now. Then we talk about Mr. Chocolate and the fact that Candy said that you know, Phaedra was cheating. Phaedra was just like, you know, and she just putting these lies out here about me, and Candy was just like, I did not never say that you was cheating. I just said that you was talking to somebody because a lot of people have different feelings about what is cheating and what isn't. Some people feel like when you separate, now that you're not with that person no more, even if you're married to them, that you can go out and you can start dating because you're not in the union of a marriage. Other people feel like you shouldn't date nobody else until you 100% clear and divorced from that person. So Candy was like, I just made it clear that she was talking to somebody because she was. Phaedra was just like, you know, well, I had somebody that I was, you know, texting and they were encouraging me. Okay, another side note I saw on Twitter last night that supposedly this guy that she was texting back and forth with was Jamal Bryant. Cadillac Kim put that on Twitter. I was like, ooh, I tell you, that's why you can't tell your friends everything. Honey, you better get you one of them old friends that you can really trust and tell them all your shit. Don't be telling these new bitches your shit because, honey, they will put that shit out there. So supposedly she was texting with Jamal Bryant. Y'all know Giselle's husband from Real Housewives of Potomac. 6 degrees of separation up in this biatch, right? And then we talk about Mr. Chocolate. Well, was he Mr. Chocolate? No, he wasn't Mr. Chocolate. She give us that same lie that Mr. Chocolate really was her girlfriend, you know, one of her homegirls, White Chocolate. And it just, I said, she still sticking to that. Like, bitch, a lie, don't care who tell it. So the episode last night was just funny. It was good in the fact that we was finally able to see Candy be vindicated and go off on everybody like we felt like she needed to do since she has all the information now. We also saw that Portia was able to turn her own self into some sort of victim by making it seem like she was so blindsided by the lies that Phaedra had been told her. And Phaedra, well, bad night for Phaedra. This shit was bad for Phaedra. But I will say this. That goddamn Phaedra did not let your ass see her sweat at all. She wasn't admitting to no shit other than the fact that she heard it and she repeated it and she shouldn't have did that. But other than that, bitch, mums was the motherfucking word. That poker face is so serious. And I'm sure it's because, you know, now Phaedra is a lawyer. This is when the lawyer instincts kick in. You don't want to implicate yourself on no shit that didn't went down, okay? Because now we can get to some real legalities here, okay? We talking rape. I feel like, and if I'm wrong, my Rockstar lawyers out there, the real ones, y'all can tell me if I'm not right, but this sure enough feel like some defamation and slander type shit that, you know, Candy could sue her on. So it's best that we just don't say shit. Okay, I'm just gonna look around, okay, and I'm gonna let y'all put 2 and 2 together, but all I'm gonna do is say, I'm sorry I made a harsh, rash decision. But I feel like Candy could sue. But I also feel like if Candy did that, then there would be some problems for Bravo. It brings just too much other shit in. So I'm almost feeling like the reason why they're saying that they put Phaedra off is sort of like a fair trade. Phaedra said all this shit in exchange for Candy not suing. Put the bitch off. Okay, fuck up her money some. I said, ooh, that is a terrible blow. Nigga, when you ain't getting some $800,000 or however much Phaedra got last year, Nigga, that is showing up putting a dent in that pocketbook. Okay, so we had this trade-off, but yeah, Phaedra wasn't saying nothing, and I was like, shit, maybe Phaedra is a pretty bomb lawyer after all. As far as everything else, the shit just fell flat. Okay, you know, they tried to talk about Sheree and Kenya, whatever. Nobody even cared about that shit no more. And then it was Cynthia's 50th birthday, so they got a cake out there. This the best we can do for positivity. Cynthia come up there. I was like, bitch, be careful, the tumbleweed don't catch on fire from them damn candles. You know, she bent over and she blew them out, and motherfucker, that is gonna be the most happiness that we get for that ass today. And that is the reunion of Real Housewives of Atlanta, bitch. It is a wrap. Thank you, God. I'm not even gonna complain. I'm just glad this shit is over. But you best believe November will be here before you know it. Alright, you guys, let me get off here. Still gotta do Real Housewives of Potomac. I didn't even look at my notes for this shit, so it's gonna definitely be off the top, okay? But anyway, you guys, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel's for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, Roxstars. Bye.